name is Justin Harris. I have been a paralegal at Archer and Griner Law Firm for about 5.5 to 6 years. Oh no, absolutely not. I think that's highly unprofessional. Well, I'm the type of person that's a firm believer in not pointing at all, because I think pointing at an individual is a little bit confrontational.
Okay.
Especially in business meetings, you want to be on the same level as the individual that you're negotiating with.
Okay.
At my firm, we have tons of different negotiations where it requires us to be professional but not argumentative or confrontational, because sometimes in the legal field that can backfire on you.
Right.
So definitely, I don't necessarily recommend pointing. Like, if you have to point, I would just keep your fingers folded, and if you're talking about an individual, throw a palm out there or something, but not just like a finger. Absolutely. I think, especially when you're shaking hands and you're introducing yourself to someone, when you're standing, you're on the same level as that individual. So I think it's very rude. I think it's very unprofessional if you're just going to walk into a business meeting and then sit down and someone else walks in. It's
Right.
unprofessional. Absolutely. So basically, especially as the dinners that I've been involved in, we have been there because we wanted to accomplish a goal, accomplish a task. Maybe we wanted them to join our firm, and I think that that's pretty much a show of faith. Just like when someone comes to your home, you're going to feed them, you're going to invite them,
Right.
make them feel welcome. So especially in a business meeting, if they're coming to your business, you should accommodate those needs. Yeah, that's definitely a big one. Not a lot of people actually pay close enough attention to that one. I remember when I first started out in the field, I would go to a restaurant and someone would order a salad and I would order a steak, and then, you just got to see the individual that you were with have that awkward look because they feel like, they're undereating, you're overeating, or vice versa. You want to make sure they're both on the same page. That way no one feels awkward or self-conscious about what they're doing. Everyone wants to feel comfortable in business meetings. Well, I think a big one, especially in the legal field, because my firm deals with a lot of civil litigation. So, most of the things that we do before we go into the courtroom, we want to negotiate incidents, or we want to mediate, a problem before it gets into the courtroom.
Right.
So, we'll have a dinner, because when you're negotiating, you want to try and pick, a location that's a little bit informal to make everyone feel comfortable, so you can get from a different environment from where you were previously arguing for a family, for instance. So especially when we have clients that come in, they arrive first and then the other party comes and they don't stand up, that's immediately, I had a client once that just didn't stand up, sat down, didn't want to shake a hand, and then the entire negotiation session just went awful just because we started off on the wrong foot. I've had very well executed dinners where we got to the place, we started off on the right page, we shook each other's hands, we stood up with one another,
Right.
and then we both ordered a meal that was suitable to both of our needs.
Okay.
We both, us for instance, ordered a steak. We wanted to be comfortable with one another, and because we were comfortable with one another, we ended up having a very successful night, and we worked out a very lucrative business. I would say definitely being down to earth, because working in the legal field, you're going to meet tons of different individuals that probably, wouldn't have the same socioeconomic status as you, the same ethnicity. So one of the biggest things is, sometimes being a businessman, you may come off a little intimidated. So definitely making sure that no matter where you're at, you're going to stay on the same page as the person that you're speaking with, because if you feel like you're above another individual or you're below another individual, it's just going to be awkward, it's going to be embarrassing, and you're not going to get the best thing out of that particular meeting.